bodybuilding is like that. Before you go into it, you must be ready in yourself, ready in your mind, in your brain. Discipline is the key of bodybuilding. If you lose it, you can't go forward. Yeah, and that's the truth. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the podcast Learniverse, a program designed to educate people about different topics and issues and have diverse range of content for listeners. I'm your host Ruhan Ahmed, joining you from the studios of MTA International Gambia. And today in the studio we are joined by an amazing guest. He is an inspiration for so many people, particularly the Gambians, and he has won not just one but 10 gold medals in the field of bodybuilding. And he is Dauda Baji. Thank you, brother Dauda Baji, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
indeed a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
So, I was doing a little research about you, and it was very interesting that I got to know you're also very popular by the name King David. So, how this name came up?
Yeah, because my name is Dauda Baji, born and raised in the Gambia, but I was doing football before even moving into bodybuilding. And at the same time, I was running as into schools, into houses, and for the Gambia here as well. Yeah, but then it couldn't go further, and I switched to bodybuilding field. But I was motivated by a brother I was living with, a cousin called Jaga Gay, with a friend Siddharth who helped me into the bodybuilding field. But the motivation itself for me to become a bodybuilder was from an American friend that I met on a beach side called Michael, who first time saw me a bodybuilding magazine and then asked me like, you have a beautiful body structure that if you get into bodybuilding, you become someone one day. Yeah, and that was so motivated to me. And I was watching these magazines. The people I was seeing were, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rooney Coleman, Kai Green, things like that. But Rooney Coleman was my inspiration. Yeah, and then I started pushing myself into the bodybuilding. So there was a time, maybe in the Gambia here, people were not expecting I would be this today. And in bodybuilding, there is a thing that was funny on people's eye. When you are lifting weights, you start getting bigger, start opening your arms and working. People are saying, oh, you're just showing yourself too big. But it was fun and beautiful at the moment. And I started doing weightlifting here in Gambia. So, and with the help of Siddharth, who helped me to go for the first competition. And I won my first and second competition as well. Then I got the opportunity to go to Europe. And then when I was in Europe, I was smart to go to school to do this bodybuilding and know about it, and did nutrition as well. But then after my first competition in Italy that I attended in 2014 and won it, I moved to Germany 2015 and then start competing there as well. And I was helped by a friend called Mike there. So these two named Mike who motivate me, and then this Mike who was helping me is the one who gave me the name of King David. Yeah, interesting because he told me that with my body he's seeing me only as a champion and a winner. So I am going to be a classic bodybuilding king. I was not believing him before. Yeah, because by the time I was doing bodybuilding and in my category I was bigger than them. But when I started moving to the higher level, then I saw how big the bodybuilders were. Then he told me, now you see, you will move to classic physique because the bodybuilders are bigger than you. And if you want to get this bigger, you must do something else different. And I said, all right. So I started trying the classic physique posing and things like that. And I get into classic physique. I started winning. Since I'm competing, I'm always a winner, like you said. So then I start believing in the King David.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put the name in myself. I start any Instagram stories or YouTube I'm always doing. I tell the people, yeah, here is your boy King David. When people start taking it and calling it, then I start loving it myself. So it started to motivate me. My family, my friends, everybody loved the name. So I said, all right, why not? But it goes with the strong mindset that once you want to become a king, then you need to do something.
Everything into it.
Exactly. So, and God helps me to become that today. Yeah, so
that's a very fascinating journey.
exactly, it's a very fascinating journey, but I love it. It is a big challenge, but I was ready in myself. And bodybuilding is like that. Before you go into it, you must be ready in yourself, ready in your mind, in your brain. Everything has to be
Dedication and
determination
discipline, of course,
as well, and that's the key. The discipline. Discipline is the key of bodybuilding. If you lose it, you can't go forward. Yeah, and that's the truth. Yeah, that's
So
the truth.
whenever we think about bodybuilding,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that pops up in the person's mind is about the taking of supplements.
Yeah.
So how important that is if it is in bodybuilding?
Yeah, supplements are very important, because it's the final piece of ingredients. For example, if you are eating, you can eat everything in foods whatsoever. You have all the nutrients there, but you don't have every ingredients there. So the final piece that makes it as 100% is the nutrition, is the supplements. Sorry, yeah, the supplements are the final pieces to make everything settled. Yeah, for example, now you are eating, for example, rice, and rice is carbs, and you are eating chicken. Chicken is protein. Yeah, and you need some more potassiums, calciums, every of this. So maybe some foods are not having that, but in the supplements they're having everything. So then after eating, you don't just use them right away. There are some that you use in the morning, in the day, and in the night. So, and it helps your body system to work good, your blood, your, how to call it, your brain, and then makes you relax as well after training, your recovery, all these things you need. Yeah, and if you are in the field of bodybuilding, you need all those to work. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. In the market, there are different various type of supplements available. So according to your experience, your expertise, which one would you recommend that is not harmful and injurious to our health? And too much of everything is also not good.
Yeah.
So how frequently should we have those supplements?
Yeah, that is very true, because like supplements that I experience in myself, because I myself, I don't use all supplements, but the supplements that I use are whey protein. For example, if I'm on diet and I want to isolate my body, I use isolation zero whey protein. And if I'm on bulking, then I'm eating a lot to become bigger, I use mass gainer. But the mass gainer I use, I need a lot of calories. So for example, I use mutant mass gainer, but they are supplements that they don't harm, and it doesn't have side effects. Every supplements that you are seeing today, they don't have side effects, but maybe people are misunderstanding or misinterpreting, because like for example, we are here in Africa, Gambia, we're not used to it. Even me myself, before, I was never into protein, because I was saying it's not good, it harms, it does that. But when you learn about nutrition and knows the use of nutrition and the help of it, everybody can use it, even people who are not training in the gym need to use these nutrients as well, the supplements, because they are vitamins and proteins, that we need. Today, you could see, for example, even our parents who are having some kind of ages and they are not having these supplements to use, sometimes even they don't live long. But in Europe, you don't have that. Everybody is using these supplements whereby it helps them and then even make them stronger. You can even live long. Once you have a healthy life, you can live longer, So supplements helps a lot, whereby everybody can use it, because things that you cannot use are the forbidden ones, whereby if we bodybuilders are competing in a kind of higher level, whereby we need to be more expand to, be more big muscles, we use something called steroid injections, So if you want to go to that level, that's the only thing that can take you there. But it's not about protein and supplements, So protein and supplements are healthy, for everyone. So
regardless of if you are going to gym or not, it's good for your health.
It's good for your health. And every other sport, whoever is doing, they are all using the supplements. So it's very healthy.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
And for a bodybuilder, another important thing is the eating habits.
Yeah.
So, and it is very vital when it comes to the building of muscle mass.
Yeah.
So how should one organize his meals, his diet? How should he go about it?
Yeah, okay, that is very important as well, because it depends on the person's goal. For example, if you are not a bodybuilder but you want to have a healthy life, yes, you have, because here in the Gambia, maybe people are not counting the calories, the carbs, whatever they are eating, but it is very important, for example, because you have to know exactly the amount of carbs and calories your body needs. So in Europe, we count our carbs and calories, yes, but in the Gambia, we don't, and we eat different kind of foods, and we cook a lot of oil as well with it, but like you said in the beginning, too much of everything is not good. And here in Africa, we have problem of people saying, I'm fat, I want to get rid of these fats, things like that. Okay, if you want to get rid of the fats, then you have to eat smarter and healthier. Yeah, the healthy food like rice and chicken is very healthy. Even you are cooking it with oil, you have to limit the oil you are using. But people in Europe use most of the time butter to cook sauce with, or they use olive oil. So, but the sun oil is very okay, but too much of it is not good, that our African people use. So, but then every food we are eating in Africa here is very healthy, because we have a lot of vegetables, and whatever we are eating is healthy, but we put too much fats into it that they have to limit if they want to have a healthy life, for example. But when it is in Europe, everything it is going to be written down what you have to eat. For example, me, today I'm into bodybuilding. When I wake up, I know exactly what my breakfast is going to be. I know exactly what my lunch is going to be and how much I am eating. I can give you a little bit example of my breakfast. I wake up in the morning, I make 120 grams of oats, and I put cottage cheese on it. And if I need a healthy fat, I must put a little bit peanut butter in it, and then put my blueberries in it. So a little bit of sweetener, because I don't use sugar. Too much of sugar is not. Sometimes I do when I am in off seasons, because sometimes the body needs the sugar. Exactly. So, but things like that, and you have to calculate it. As a bodybuilder too, you're hungry, you have to eat. You're not hungry, you have to eat, because you want to develop your muscles. So yeah, you have to eat a lot. Sometimes we eat 7 to 8 times in the day. So that's not easy, but you have to train the stomach. That's why when you are hungry, you eat. You're not hungry, you have to eat. But you cannot eat all at once, but we split it into many meals. So this is why we eat a lot.
6 to 7 times.
Exactly. So, and the time is, you might eat every 2 hours or every 3 hours, but something must go in your stomach so you don't get hungry. you know. Yeah, if you get hungry, you start losing muscles, you know. Yeah. Too much of everything is not good. But today in this generation, bodybuilding is like, if you look good, you want more. If you are looking more good, you even want more. And the more risk your life is going. So, but some people are smart. They just take the basic and keep it there. Because even if you take the basic, you look good, you live long, you look healthy,